Hello and welcome to Save the Environment program. I'm your presenter, Womba Weyeke. As you may be aware, Zambia, like many other African countries, is grappling with the effects of climate change. It is in this vein that we decided to come up with a program dubbed Save the Environment. On this program, we invite experts that come to discuss matters of environment in Zambia. And on our topic today, we are discussing mitigating the effects of climate change. I'm joined in the studio by Mr. Emmanuel Mutamba from Green Living Movement. He is also the team leader. You're welcome to the program, sir.
Thank you very much. I'm happy to be here.
All right, thank you. Mr. Mutamba, kindly briefly tell us what is Green Living Movement all about?
Thank you. Green Living Movement is a non-government organization, NGO registered in Zambia, working with several partners to preserve the environment and promote sustainability. It is also registered in Finland and Eswatini.
What was the idea of creating a Green Living Movement?
So at some point we realized that conversations around natural resource management and environmental sustainability were done at very high levels, boardroom discussions, high-level meetings. So we were looking at a way of bringing that conversation down to the local people, down to local communities, because we realize ultimately they are the ones who depend highly on the sustainability of natural resources, because the survival of our rural economies is based on the survival of the natural environment. So that's really what prompted us to come up with this organization.
In which year was it created?
Yeah, Green Living Movement was established in May 2000. So we are actually celebrating our Silver Jubilee this year.
Wow.
So the organization is 25 years old now.
Oh, I see. In which areas are you operating from?
So from working in one district, in 2000, we started working in Serenje district in a small village there. We have now grown over the years, and we are now working in 10 districts in 4 provinces. We are working in Southern Province, Central, Copper Belt, and Western Province.
Okay. What prompted you to come up with these areas?
Yeah, so the decision or the choice of districts that we are working in was informed by the vulnerability of these areas to natural resource loss, but also to the vulnerability of these areas to effects of climate change. So like in the Southern Province, we are working in the Zambezi Valley, in Sinazongwe and the Gwembe districts. If you look at the climate vulnerability assessment for our country, you see that most of the districts that are mainly vulnerable to effects of climate change are in the southern part of our country, especially along the Zambezi Valley. So that is how the decision to go to this district came about. In other districts like Serenje and part of Western Province, it was the high rate of depletion of the natural resources, either from charcoal production or unsustainable agricultural practices.
All right. So who are your target group, and how much is the community involved in whatever you're doing?
So as I stated earlier on, because we realized that environmental management was a topic that was mainly discussed by the elite, we decided to mainly target rural communities, especially the rural farmers. Because as I've said, abalimi bakunchendesha mishi, they depend mainly on the well-being of the soils, well-being of other natural resources like forests, well-being of the rivers that provide them with the resources they need. So twasalirepo kwebati tubombesana n'abashibulimi bamunchendesha shaumishi pantunga tababikire kwa mano kubakirire frengwa na resa, they would be the ones who actually suffer the brunt of effects of climate change. So our targets are mainly in terms of productivity, are mainly the local communities. But we are also targeting policymakers because you know, the management of natural resources also links to the sound policies that address these resources. So we're also targeting policymakers and also academics, because there is a lot of knowledge that needs to be collected and also shared with our local people on the management of these resources.
Okay, impressive. How much have you involved the traditional leadership in your work?
Actually, the traditional leaders are our entry points. Whenever we wish to work with the local communities and local farmers, we actually enter these communities through our traditional leaders. Because you see, our traditional leaders are the custodians of the areas in which we are working. So we would like them to understand the ideas that we would like to share with the people. And once they appreciate and buy into those ideas, they'll actually bless our going into their chiefdoms, and also they help us in mobilizing their subjects.
Okay. Mr. Mtamba, your programs are supplementing government's efforts as regards to food security. How much have you involved government in this course?
Yes, so government is the big brother when it comes to issues of food security, issues of natural resource management, because government also makes laws that govern the management of resources and govern productivity. So we are working very closely with government departments, especially at the district level. Minister of Agriculture, Minister of Livestock, Minister of Green Economy and Environment. These are key ministries that we work with at community level. You also be happy to learn that most of our training programs that we undertake with our farmers is done by government departments, because we know that government people or technocrats are found in government departments. So we don't need to go looking for people to provide knowledge to our people. So we work very, very closely with these line ministries.
Okay, from your assessment, how much are we doing in terms of food security and conservation?
Yes, so from what we have learned and from the work we have done in the 10 districts in which we are working, in conjunction with government and other partners from the civil society, we have learned that there is need for government to revisit policy on food production, because there is so much emphasis on quantity. How much food, the so-called the bumper harvest, how much food have we produced, how much hectareage has been cultivated, but mainly we are talking about maybe 1 or 2 crops. So that emphasis on one crop or monocropping, we think needs to change, because from our point of view, food is not just about quantity, it's also about quality. So we would like to see a policy that also put emphasis on the quality of food that we are producing. So yes, government is doing a lot in terms of promoting productivity, increasing volumes of food, but I think we are not doing so much, or government is not doing too much to promote variety of food that needs the nutritional needs of our people.
All right. As regards to climate change, what could be your word of advice to farmers specialized on preservation of indigenous foods?
Yes, so we are in an era of climate change. And other languages, like in Southern, we say kuchinja kwa luo, or kupusana kwa mwera, meaning if you kale twaikele, na kupusana kona inonshita. The best example is the seasons, like the rain season. In the past, we used to have longer rain seasons and adequate rainfall, but of late, in the last few years, na tumono kweba ati infula tailelo kangefe ya lelo kakale. Ile loka mkuchepa, elo limo ila loka fia kashitaka nono. So you find that the agriculture season is not well fed with the rainfall. As a result, you find that productivity is affected. So what we encourage our farmers to do is to look at different crop varieties or different types of crops, so that they can make a decision to grow crops that may not need as much rainfall as other crops. I can give an example. Some of our indigenous crops, like millet, sorghum, they do not need as much rainfall, perhaps compared to maize. So farmers in areas, for instance, where the rainfall pattern has changed so much that the rainfall season has reduced, the rainfall period has reduced. I can give an example of Region 1, which is Southern Province. You find that we encourage our farmers in those areas to try to transition from the conventional seed varieties to the indigenous seed varieties because of their tolerance. Their tolerance to climate variabilities. So you find that even if we had a shorter period, rainfall period, these traditional seed varieties would still do well. We have seen this happen in Southern Province for sorghum. We have seen this happen for millet and many other traditional indigenous crops. So that is the message we try to push to our farmers, that let them transition, let them grow indigenous crops because of their tolerance to climate variabilities.
Who are your collaborating partners?
We have a number of partners. As I mentioned, area government is one of them. The line ministries that I mentioned, we are working closely with the ministries at the departmental level in the district. But we also have partners who provide us with resources. Currently, we are getting support from an organization called Oak Foundation based in Switzerland, who are supporting the promotion of indigenous crops. We are also getting support from WWF Zambia, whom we are working with in Western Province, in Nkayema, and Sesheke, and Kazungura. We are also getting funding from an organization based in Canada called Grasco Foundation. They have also been inspired by our desire to promote indigenous crops and also to promote irrigation farming. So they are also supporting us. We are also getting support from the government of Scotland through NIRAS, which is our partner. They are also supporting us in terms of the climate justice project that we are implementing in Sinazongwe. But also we are a member of various networks. We are a member of Zambia Climate Change Network, where we sit on the board. We are a member of Zambia Land Alliance, where we are chairing. We are a member of the Center for Environment Justice. We are a member of the Participatory Ecological Land Use Management Association for East and Southern Africa, and the African NGO Environmental Sustainability Alliance. So you can see that we are really well connected. Yeah. So those are some of our partners.
So what is your word of appeal to these partners?
Well, to continue believing in us, to continue providing support so that we can go beyond the 10 districts. We still think that our message must go to all corners of the country. We want our people to realize that we need to revisit our food systems and ensure that we reclaim, especially those food seed varieties that were almost extincting, our traditional seed varieties, because of their nutritional value. So this message is very important, especially at this time, this point in time, when Zambia is rating very highly in terms of malnutrition. We are among the most malnourished nations in the world. So this is not good news. And by promoting indigenous crops, we shall see that we improve the nutritional values of our food. And I mean, we have so many stunted children because we are not, because of the lack of variety of food. We have cases where children eat the same type of food, which is not helping them in terms of their growth and in terms of strengthening their bodies against the disease. We have also seen other cancerous diseases that have come about in our country. There are some of these diseases were not there before. And the medical professionals are telling us that most of these cancerous problems that you are facing are as a result of the the types of food we are eating. We have seen families taking their going to have dinners at junk food outlets, which never used to happen before. And this is also contributing to poor health. So our message, I think, needs to go to every corner of this country so that we can improve on our food systems.
Wow. Mr. Msamba, the Green Living Movement will be launching a seed bank in Mumba district of Central Province. What are we expecting? Who will be gracing this event? And what plans have you put in place?
Thank you very much, Madam, for that question. Let me first explain what this seed bank is all about. Maybe kuchipata kuti vamona kwati nindalama tukarasungira vaya toba. So the seed bank, as the name suggests, is going to host a variety of traditional seeds. We have been collecting quite a number of seeds from all over the country, especially the so-called orphaned seeds, our indigenous seeds, some of them which are almost extincting. So we have been able to collect as many seeds, and we are still collecting. So this seed bank is going to host these traditional seeds, our traditional maize seeds, like kafwamba, like gankata, other seeds like amale, amasaka, and all types of indigenous seeds that we can lay our hands on will be in that seed bank. Now, the idea is that whoever wants to grow a certain type of crop, they will not have to struggle to find the seed. As it is now, most of our indigenous seeds are almost extincting, and we want to reclaim these seeds. So that is what this seed bank is all about. This seed bank is complete. We have been building it over the last 2 years, and it's complete. We have collected as much of indigenous seeds as possible, which we shall be displaying in this seed bank. So it will be officially launched on the 30th of April. Yes, in Mumbwa. It is in Mumbwa district, in Nishimbi's ward. So that is what will be happening on that day. Yes, in terms of who is attending, we have the farmers coming through, and the guest of honor will be Chief Mumba, based in Mumbwa, but we are also expecting to have the Honorable Member of Parliament for that area to join us, the District Commissioner, and other heads of government departments. Well,
viewers, you have heard it for yourselves. We were discussing mitigating the effects of climate change. In the studio, I had Mr. Emmanuel Mtamba from Green Living Movement. He is a team leader. You have been with me, Womba Weke. On behalf of the entire production team, it's bye-bye and pleasant viewing.